to date myself, there were less than 5,000 corporate jets when I got into the business. Today there's over 35,000, so I've kind of been here through the emergence of the whole industry and the growth of it. And I actually bought my first company, was a company called Corporate Wings. It was in 1981. And I called my dad up and I said, Dad, there's this company for sale that I'd like to buy. It does air charters. And he said, well, I said, and it's $27,500. And he said, well, how are you going to pay for it? And I said, well, they have $27,000 in cash, so I think I can just buy the company and then I can use their money to help pay for it. And he goes, well, where are you getting the other 500? And I said, well, why do you think I called you? And I do remember my first NBAA, and it was in Atlanta. And what I remember most that's different from today is at that time, if you could imagine like the Cessna product line at that time, they were operating like a car dealership, like car dealers. So they had all these dealers all over the country. And just like the auto manufacturers would bring in, it was like a rally for our industry, for distributors. So they had a distributor that had Ohio and Pennsylvania, and then he had dealers underneath him. And they'd all rally together and they'd bring out the product line with dancing girls. I mean, I can remember they would do these shows and they'd bring out the product line. Here's the 172 XP, here's the 182. And then they'd line up the dealers and they'd say, how many do you want? I'll take one 172 and one 206. And they would sell these airplanes right at the NBAA convention. And so that was really my first experience. Necessity breeds invention. So what really happened is, in the early days of aviation, you would have a corporate flight department. In fact, we used to call these very, very wealthy people, and they'd buy the airplane and call it the Royal Barge, right? That was like the last major thing, that was the last great luxury good they could buy. What happened in the industry is we started to invent demand opportunities. And I could give you some interesting demand, like certainly fractional ownership, or the concept that you didn't have to buy the old plane. That was a demand innovation in our industry. What Wheels Up is trying to do with democratization, where they're trying to find a small. So we've been very inventive on the demand side, and you can point to individual times that they've done that, but I think that's done more to push the industry almost than anything. We've been great demand inventors.